Hi everyone, it's Jess, aka Colouring Bumblebee, and I am back today with another video for you. Today I am going to be sharing with you all of the pages I coloured in the month of December. This was probably the most successful December month of colouring I've ever had since I started colouring. I think the first year I coloured 4 pages in December, and like the second year I coloured 2 or 1. So I've got quite a few pages to show you. Not as many compared to other months, but a lot more compared to previous years. So let me move all these books to the side and I will start with showing you my stats. So here is my colouring journal from 2024. I have set up a new one for 2025 and there will be a video on all of my spreads in that soon, as well as a flip through of this one. I have covered up this page because it's got some 2024 colouring stats that I will be sharing in another video. But for December I coloured 19 pages in total. 4 of those were colour by number pages, and I even coloured a double page spread which I have been working on for a long time. I didn't complete any long-term whips this month. I coloured 8 individual buddy colours and 4 group buddy colours. I coloured in 15 books in total, added 7 books to my collection, which is now 193 at the end of 2024. I coloured in 5 untouched books, which means that the remaining untouched books I have in my collection is 60, or 31.08%. I will be talking more in detail about my stats from the year in my colouring review tag that is coming up soon as well. That means in 2024 I coloured a total of 311 pages, and wow, can't believe I did over 300, that's amazing. I started 3 whips, which is pretty good for me, usually it's around 6, 7, 8. And then I just want to talk about my YouTube statistics because in December I hit 3,000 subscribers, and I just wanted to take a moment to say a massive thank you to everyone. I know I wasn't as active during December, but waking up one morning to 3,000 was absolutely amazing, and I didn't even see it coming really. I wasn't expecting it, so it was a nice little surprise. And there's lots more to come for 2025, so I will pop this to the side with all of my notes here. And I think to this video I'm going to start with a couple of outstanding whips. So this is Colouring Heaven Pocket Fairy Tales. This is a project book with Lil from @Poles Colouring, and we chose the Elves and the Shoemaker page for December. As you can see, I did a bit of basing and then I felt a bit lost with the page. I wanted to keep it very Christmassy. So now it's not Christmas, I'm like, oh, do I still want to finish it? I do though. It shouldn't take too long, just the sort of shading with pencils, decide how I want to colour the rest. I was going to make these tights, but now I'm thinking of making it skin just so it's not so in your face, because I would want them to match. This guy down here kind of reminds me of Link from the Zelda games. That was unintentional. I thought I'd have 2 with red and 1 with green, and then some green accents in the boot. Not sure if I want to do this ballable red or green. Haven't decided yet. And what is this thing? I have no idea, but that is the whip I have. She also didn't finish her page, so I don't feel guilty for being behind. And I will show you quickly the page we have planned for January. It is the Snow Queen page, so I'm looking forward to colouring that one. That is Colouring Heaven Pocket Fairy Tales. Then the other whip I have was from the Colouring Heaven Traditional Christmas Special. I really wanted to get this done, but ran out of time, and I think I'm going to save this for next year. I've based it all with Ohuhu alcohol markers, and I started doing a little bit of pencil shading for the white wood, and I think a bit of these pink bows as well, and that was about it. I was working on this New Year's Eve actually, doing the shading with the pencils. But I've got my colours here. I can come back to it next year when I'm in the Christmassy mood, as I'm not feeling it anymore. I don't mind colouring Christmas up until the end of December. Like, I'm happy to colour it throughout up until the new year, but once we've hit the new year, I'm like, yep, I'm done now. Let's move on. So I will save this for next year, and this book will be waiting for me. That is Colouring Heaven Traditional Christmas Special. Right, moving on to the first completed page proper. This is in Symphony of Cute Animals by Cocos. This is one of my favourite books that I've been colouring in this year, and I did this autumn TP page, and this was a buddy colour with the lovely Yolanda from Colouring by Mama. We both absolutely love Cocos' work, and it did take me a little while to complete this page. It was meant to be full November, but I was a day late. I finished this on the 1st of December. So it is very autumnal. Now we're fully into the wintry season, but I really loved colouring this. I used polychromos for the entire page. I've used polychromos throughout this whole book so far because I've just really liked how they perform on the paper, I like how you can layer them. I was really unsure about the background, and I decided I'm going to leave it. I like how everything pops off the page of the white, and I don't want the background to distract from it. I've got my colour combos on a white post-it note for this page to copy them across. I'll probably colour that next year for the autumn season, perhaps. But I really enjoyed colouring this. And I will move mine aside and show you Yolanda's here. She did an amazing job. I really loved the background she did. Absolutely beautiful. So that was another one coloured in Cocos' Symphony of Cute Animals. And then I did a very quick and easy page from Cocos' Cozy Friends. This was a whip from the previous month as well, and I got a bit stuck on it, and then just one day I sat down and decided to finish this. This I call the Crazy Cat Lady page, as there are, I think, 8 cats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9 cats, and one in a photo frame. But I coloured this. This was meant to be a buddy colour with Zoe from Zoe's Colouring Corner, but she wasn't feeling inspired by it, so she's going to come to it at a later date. Absolutely fine. But when I was colouring this, I knew I wanted to have 3 of these cats to be the same as the cats from the previous Adopt Me page. As the bear is the same, I thought it would be cute if the bear found these cats on the side of the road and thought, I need these in my life, take them home, and they've already had, well, 6 more cats. So they've now got 9, so you can see the grey one's on their lap. This ginger one is up in the lampshade, and this black and white one is down here. And then the rest I just made up different colourings and patterns for them. Quite a neutral page. I didn't want too many crazy colours. I started with the background. I knew I wanted to do sort of a muted pink striped background. It gave me Crazy Cat Lady vibes, don't know why. And then, yeah, it was a quick, easy, fun page to colour. Used Ohuhu alcohol markers for the entire thing. And it is quite nice to have these two back to back to look at together. So that is Cocos' Cozy Friends, cute and comfy colouring book. Then recently I've been very obsessed with colouring in 50 Mythical Miniatures. This is thanks to Melissa from Winter 89 Colours. She is doing a full book colour along in this called #Project Mythical Minis. And she has been picking 4 pages a month for you to colour. I haven't been keeping up with the 4. I've just been doing it at my own pace. What was the first one I did? This one? No, this was October. I did this one on the 1st of December. This was really quick and simple. I used my Ohuhu alcohol markers. I think I coloured the whole image, then I just had this little hippogriff left, and I was like, do I go crazy fantasy colours or do I go more natural? And I decided to go more natural, and I really like how he looks with this sort of warm orangey brown and the grey on top. I think he's really cute. So that was the first one I did. And then I did this one, the Quetzalcoatl, the Feathered Serpent. That's easier for me to say. And I had never heard or seen images of this beast before. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to look up online and find some inspiration pictures. And I found this inspiration photo with this sort of emerald green, creamy yellow and the red. And I loved how it contrasted with each other. So I used that for my colour palette. Very different for me. I absolutely love how it turned out. I added a circle background. I recently got some circle stencils from Temu. One sec, I'll grab them. Here they are. They come in plastic packaging and there's all different size circles, which makes it really easy to map them out. You can compare the different sizes on your sheet of paper, and it means that you don't have to get a compass out. I always seem to puncture a hole in the middle, or I'm finding random circular objects around the house, and these are great for these larger circle backgrounds, so really enjoy using those. And then I added a tiny bit of a green glitter gel pen on these scales down here, just to add a bit of shimmery shine. And then I coloured one more this month, and I believe this was a pick for December, and it was the elf page. I absolutely love him, he's so cute. Again, I used a circle stencil for the background, I used the Ohuhu alcohol markers for the entire page. I really think I've now found my style for the for the Camino Angel Cover books with the Ohuhu alcohol markers. I'm loving how they're looking, and this guy was just super cute to colour. I liked colouring these sort of like red currant berries. I don't usually colour circular berries red, I usually do them blue like blueberries, but I thought little red currants to match with the mushroom would be cute. And colouring these blackberries were really fun as well. Just kind of layering up the colours. Usually you can see the layering behind because I used a black, I think, but it just comes up as purple here. Interesting. I was very upset. I wanted a light blue for the background, to just a soft colour, and I used a darker one down here. You can see it's slightly blotchy, and that's because I used a darker one and then I tried to lift the colour with a colourless blender, which did mostly do the trick, and now I look at it now, it's not too noticeable. So make sure you double check the numbers on your alcohol markers before you start colouring, because it wasn't very dark, but it was a darker blue-grey and wasn't the vibe I was going for. But yeah, I'm really enjoying colouring in this. I've got all of these tabs at the top for pages that I need to catch up from. I love this sea serpent one. She is doing a load at the back. This Atlantis one, this magical cave door, the hippogriff, and then there was something else nearer the front. Oh no, that's one I want to colour this month. I've been saving it for January, the Yeti. What was the other one? This one, I think. Yeah, the chillin'. I think it's pronounced chillin' rather than killin'. It's a chillin'. So I think I'll look up some reference photos for this. Not sure what colours I want to go for, but maybe it will inspire me to do something really outside my comfort zone, like the feathered serpent here. So thank you to Melissa for continuing to inspire me for colouring in this book, 50 Mythical Miniatures by Camino Angel Cover. Then I was still in the alcohol marker colouring mood, so I pulled out Fuzzy Hugo Christmas Vibes colouring book by Vivi Tinta, and this was a buddy colour with colouring with, oh my gosh, I was about to say the wrong person. I was about to say colouring with Amy. Her name is Amy. It's Amy Wardart. I had a mind blank then. I was like, it's Amy, isn't it? Yeah, it's Amy Wardart. I saw that she'd recently got this book. I can't remember, did I reach out to her? I think I did. And asked if she wanted to colour. And we couldn't pick a page, so I randomly generated 3 numbers and gave them for her to pick between. And this was the page she picked. This really cute gingerbread house making page. This was one of those pages where I didn't have a plan going into it. I just picked colours as I went and went with the flow, and it turned out pretty nicely, I think. I wanted the very Christmassy red and greens, And I think the background was the last thing I did, and I wasn't sure what colour to go with, and I thought, you know what, pink would be cute because it matches with the red but is a softer colour. And I just added a striped pattern to the wall and added some little hearts on the lighter pink stripes. I just thought that was really cute. I did lots of white paint pen on the gingerbread house and dots on the little sweets to make them look sugary. I just thought this was a lot of fun, and thank you to Amy for colouring with me. Hers, I will show you here, hers turned out super glittery, super fabulous, because she had a bit of an accident with this page, and as her saying goes, when in doubt, glitter it out, and she certainly did that. And I think it's such a fun comparison between the two pages, my sort of soft pastel-y vibes and her, bam, glitter, love it. So thank you for colouring with me in this book. And I am hoping to colour another page because there are some more just generic wintry ones, like this one, that I can colour for Zoe and Dee, Colourful Dreamers, January prompts for the Cute and Cozy Facebook group. I think snow is one of them, igloo's another, winter clothes, so there's probably quite a few options in here to get a couple more pages done before I pop this book away for next year's. I say next year, this year's Christmas. We're in next year. Next year is now. It's 2025. I'm going to be confused a lot at the moment because I'll keep going last year talking about 2023 and talking about this year as being 2024, but it's actually 2025. I think I've lost you now, so I'll move on. Fuzzy Hugo Christmas by Vivi Tinter. And then I did a page in Wild Mouse Yuri's Journey Sketchbook, and this page I coloured on holiday with Zoe at Zoe's Cozy Colouring. We spent a few days away in Hampshire at a holiday village, and this was the first page I coloured there with her. This was super quick and easy. I did this in one night actually, which is quite unusual for me for a pencil coloured page. Often I'll do like a little alcohol marker page or Matchick Mouse. I can do that in one sitting, but this was unusual for me. I absolutely loved colouring this. It was coloured completely with Polychromos pencils. That's what I've been using in this book so far. I haven't put the date on it. Let's add the date. Then that one. So I finished this on the 18th. I like to date all my pages, so when I look back in years to come, I can see when I coloured it, what time of year it was, what year it was. And when I finished this page, I moved it across and used the same colour greens and reds on the leaf on this side, and I've literally just got the robin and the background left to do, but I thought I'd save that for January. It'll be a quick, easy finish. That didn't take me too long to colour, but that will mean I have all of the seasonal title pages done, which will be so nice to see finally in my book. And I like how they're all cohesive and match each other. I just love that look. So that will be done soon. And are there any more just wintry pages here? There's a lot of Christmassy themed ones, aren't there? Yeah, they're more Christmassy. I need to bring this book back out for next year because I absolutely love it. That is Yuri's Journey Sketchbook by Makiko Inotome. Then, whilst I was on holiday with Zoe, I think I started a few other pages but didn't finish them. And on our last day, I had, I think, an hour or so left before we were going to bed. And this was a book she gifted me for Christmas, so thank you so much, Zoe. I will be sharing the other goodies she got for me in my December/January haul, which will be coming out later this month. But this is Curious Foxy World, a spring colouring book by Jennifer Rowling. And I just think this is adorable. And this was the page I did. I used my Ohuhu alcohol markers. Just a super quick, easy page. It's got black background, so you can't see them as clearly from the back, but it was just Ohuhus. And I really enjoyed adding lots of different colours I say lots of different, it was like 3 different colours to the water to give this sort of implied motion effect. I think it was really cute. And using the pink and purples for the flowers, contrasted nicely with this teal water. Love it. And I cannot wait to colour some more in this book. I will probably wait until it's more close to the season, as I'm in the wintry mood. Oh, but that's quite cosy. That could be for winter. But I don't see this book around enough, and I think it needs more love. Oh, that's wintry. She's sledding. I need to colour that one. I really hope that they release more, because at the back it says to be continued, and it hasn't been continued yet. Where's the to be continued? There. To be continued. And I would love to see more from this artist. I think it's absolutely adorable. That is Curious Foxy World Spring Colouring Book by Jennifer Rowling. Then I have Fairy Tales and Folklore Colouring Book by Emily Liederhall Oberg, and this was coloured as part of Doodle Robot's group buddy colour, where every other month we vote on and select a page to colour. We do it a month in advance, so we've just picked the page for, what is it, February? Yeah, February. So if it does take you a couple of months to colour, you've got that time, but it's for every other month. And this is the page pick for December. I did vote for this page. I loved the ornaments, and I really loved seeing everyone's finished pages coming through in the group chat. No 2 pages are at all alike, all completely different. I decided for mine to go for a very traditional red, green, blue and gold colour palette, and I absolutely love it. I used my Artex pencils, which are a new supply to me this last month. I got them in the Black Friday sale. I've been really, really enjoying using them. And this gold colour combo turned out really well. Did I record that down? I hope I did, because that looks really nice there. And I also used the Uniball gold metallic gel pen for all of these details on the baubles. And I went over the lines for the strings to give the gold shine there. Lots of the lines and detailing on the bird, I used the gold metallic. I'm just really loving this book. You can do so many fun different colour palettes. In fact, I could have sworn I had a piece of paper in here in case I wanted to use similar colours on the opposite page. Must have fallen out somewhere. I'll find it. But that is Fairy Tales and Folklore Colouring Book by Emily Liederhall Oberg. Then I have one of my favourite colouring books. This is Colouring Book for a Bright Day Together. This is a Korean colouring book by Stella Park. And I said I loved this book, and someone reached out to me for a buddy colour. It was Mindy from, was it Mindy? Just double checking. Yes, Mindy from Colouring with Cats Among Orchids. She was like, I also have this book and I love it. Would you like to do a page together? And I said, absolutely. I sent the ones that I was thinking of colouring, and she picked out this one. I coloured all of the characters and the baubles and the decorations on holiday with Zoe, and that just left the snow, the background and the tree left to colour, which was definitely the hardest things to do. And I spent a lot of time fiddling with this background, darkening it, and it's not an exact match. I find the tones of blues that they use in the coloured images here very hard to replicate with polychromos, which is what I was using for this page. It's a very kind of muted blue, and they don't really have that in the polychromos. So maybe that's a sign that I should mix and match my pencils. Don't know why I don't, but I like to keep it with the same pencils on one page. Just a weird thing that I do. I absolutely love this. I love how it challenges me to pick different colours than I normally would. The pages always turn out absolutely adorable. I will move mine across and show you Mindy's beautiful page here. She also did an amazing job. It's such a fun challenge to try and replicate these images. And I have decided to make this a focus book for 2025. So that is Colouring Book for a Bright Day Together by Stella Park. Okay, next I've got one of my project books. This is Matchick Mouse, A Big Adventure colouring book by Morgan O'Brien. And this is a project book with Geordie from Geordie Colours, Amy colouring with Amy, and Nikki from Knick Knack Colours on Instagram. And the page we did was the Northern Lights page. And I was the last one to colour this page because I was feeling just a tad intimidated by it. But I picked it up one day and was like, right, I'm doing it today. It's going to be done because I don't want to miss out before the end of the month. I finished this on the 27th of December, so just after Christmas. I used Ohuhu alcohol markers for basing, and I shaded over the top with the Prismacolor pencils. I don't know why, but I love the effect of Prismas shading over the top in Amazon paper books. I just think it works really well. And I went over the top of the Northern Lights and some bits on the snow with the Spectrum Noir clear glitter pen to give this subtle glitter effect. It's a lot more noticeable in real life than it is on the camera, but I think you can see it on the purple bits there quite nicely. But I absolutely love this, and I also use the Pentel Dual Metallic Hybrid gel pens for the stars because it's the one silver glitter gel pen that I have that is actually glittery and not just metallic. So I love using that. This was a lot of fun to colour, and I've just really enjoyed colouring this as a project book this year. I will show you everyone's here. They all did an amazing job. All pages are really different from each other, which I always love. And what is the next page we're doing? It is the little monkey in the hot springs. It's not there. Here it is, this guy here. So I'm not sure how I'm going to colour this. I think it's going to have a lot of sort of light reflections on the snow. I think I'll do a fun colour background. But I'm not sure how I'm going to colour this monkey. I think I'll need to look at a reference pic. But that is Matchick Mouse, A Big Adventure colouring book by Morgan O'Brien. And then I have Year of Witches by Usiku. And this is a project book with Zoe from Zoe's Cozy Colouring. And we did this page, the By the Fireplace, nice and Christmassy, and I thought this was really cute because it was like us on holiday together exchanging our gifts with these little stockings down here. Again, I went very traditional with my colour palette, lots of reds, greens and yellowy gold tones. I based it all with the Ohuhu alcohol markers and shaded over the top with the polychromos. I do the same colour combos for the girls each time, although I realised when I was doing this page that I actually change up the girls. Sometimes the short haired one is redhead and the long hair is blonde, and sometimes it's the other way around. So maybe they chop and change, one grows out their hair whilst the other cuts it off, and they never have the same length hair. I don't know. But I'll just do it for whatever suits my mood at the time, because I was quite upset. I really wanted her to have a red plaid for her pyjamas and this one to be green, but I thought the red hair with the red plaid wouldn't look so great. And I was looking back and then I was like, oh, hang on. This page here, the long hair's the blonde one and the short hair's the red one. So I can do whatever I like. I mean, I could do whatever I like regardless, but I like to keep things cohesive. But at least the skin and the hair colours are the same, just sometimes they've got different lengths. I also used the Sakura black glaze pen on the fire cover and on the metal handles here. Love the shiny effect it has. It's the first time I've actually used it in a colouring book, and it is very effective. Zoe didn't get the time to finish hers, which is completely okay. I will look forward to seeing it when she does. Whether that is within the next month or next Christmas, totally fine. And she picked the next page. January is her birthday month, so she picked this one with the present exchange. And I think these are really cute. got to figure out another colour combo for their dresses. Not sure what I'll do, but I'll probably make it more birthday themed rather than Christmassy themed. So that is Year of Witches by Usiku, project book with Zoe's Cozy Colouring. Then I have Mythomorphia by Kirby Rosans, and this I have been working on for the past few months. It feels like forever I've been working on this page, but it was this double page spread, Gnome and Mushroom Forest, and this was a buddy colour with Elizabeth, who on Instagram is e.m.eliuk.18. I will link her or put her name up on the screen when I show her page. And we started this, I want to say October, may have been September. It was in the autumn because I wanted to have this autumnal colour palette. I based it all of it with the Tombow dual brush pens, as well as a few Crayola super tips. I think for these mushroom stalks I use the Crayolas, the skin tone blend. And then I shaded over the top with the Artex pencils. The day I went to start shading this was the day the Artex pencils arrived, so I thought, you know what, perfect time to use them, test them out. Really loved how they worked on here. Loved the depth of colour I've got, and I was stuck on the background for ages. I'd finished this, I think, mid-November, but then the background, I was like, what do I do? I wanted this sort of dark night sky look to it, and I wanted to use Inktense, but I was scared. I'm always scared to use Inktense, and I shouldn't be, because they always turn out well, and you can always go over little sections if it's looking a bit streaky or not the way you like. But I just used 3 different shades of the Inktense pencils, blended it out with the water, and it created this really nice sort of evening sky look. And you know what, if it did go wrong, I could always use black acrylic paint, and that would make it really pop off the page anyway. So always experiment and try new things. That is a lesson, because you get some really fun results. I will show you Elizabeth's on top here. Hers is completely different to mine. She used a really fun fantasy colour palette. I love how magical it looks. And this was actually the first page or 2 pages I've coloured in Mythomorphia. So I was really glad to get this book coloured in before the end of the year. And now I've got all of these other beautiful pages that I can tackle in for 2025. So that is Mythomorphia by Kirby Rosans. And then the final page I coloured for the year was in God Yule. This is the Christmas colouring book by Hannah Carlson, I was very fortunate to get this when I did, because it has been out of print since late October, I think, which is really unfortunate. But hopefully people will get it, the English edition, in time for next Christmas. And I did this Deer and Bunny Wreath page. This was a buddy colour with Erica from Elm Colours and Michelle from Instagram at 387mlewis. And we picked up this page. I sent a few options to Erica, and then she had Michelle reach out to join us, which of course I said yes. And I started off this page by colouring all of the pine tree leaves. I used polychromos for those, and then I was stuck. And then I did the rest of the leaves with some Artex pencils, actually, because they had some slightly lighter shades of the greens I was wanting to use, and I used Artex pencils for the deer and the bunny. And then I was stuck. And then I didn't touch it for a couple of weeks. I wasn't sure what colour palette I wanted to go for, and they suggested using a colour cube palette. I couldn't find anything in there that really grabbed my attention, so I started looking online, and I found this cute pink, dark pink and blue Christmas tree, and I thought that was really cute, something modern, something different. And I also thought those colours would go well on this mushroom village page. I thought sort of like the reddies for the red, darker red pinks for the mushrooms, and do blue for the background. I thought it would mesh well with this page as well. So I've saved all my colours here, ready to go. And it all came together very, very quickly once I decided that. I finished this with about an hour and a half spare until the stroke of midnight for me in the UK. And I just finished it off with some Pentel metallic hybrid, whatever it's called, silver gel pen for some of the accents on the stars and decorations. Now I will move mine across and show you both Erica's and Michelle's here. I love what they did. They went more traditional with their colour palettes, which I was tempted to do, but I'd done quite a few traditional colour palettes at this point. I was looking to do something different. So thank you to both of you for colouring this with me and for getting me started in this book before the year was over. So that is Godule by Hannah Carlson. And then, as usual, I like to end my videos with my colour by numbers. I did one page in here. And this, I forgot that it was in December actually. I thought I'd finished it a long time ago. I say a long time ago, but longer than that. And it was this double page spread of Alice from Alice in Wonderland. And this was a buddy colour with the lovely Zoe from Zoe's Cozy Colouring. I know she spent a long time working on this, and after she finished she was like, I'm not doing a double page spread in here for a long time. I personally love doing the double page spreads, and yes, they take a long time, but I find them so satisfying to have them finished. And this page was so bright, fun and colourful. Absolutely loved it. And we did actually colour this for Megan's Disney Movie of the Month from November, but we didn't finish it till December. And that is The Grand Cacique's Tome 11. Then I did one in Family. There was a Christmas themed page in here that I thought I must do that. And it was this Lady and the Tramp page. I only had my Crayola Super Tips, the 100 set with me, because I coloured this on holiday with Zoe. So I didn't have access to the pastel colours or the skin tones, which I would have used for the background, as if you look at the, what number is it? 41. If you look at the solution, it's supposed to be like a creamy beige, but mine's just yellow. And you know what? It looks okay. It doesn't look terrible. But that was that page in Family. And then the only other one I did was in Love Stories. This was untouched, and I thought I can't go to the new year leaving this book untouched. So I randomly generated a few options and decided on this Rapunzel and Flynn page. And I tell you what, this was the hardest outlining I've ever had to do. It was so tiny and fiddly, it took me ages. But I really love the colours of this, the pinks and the purples and the yellow glow. Really fun. So there we have it. Those were all of the pages I coloured in the month of December 2024. And it was the final month of colouring for 2024 for me. I got quite a few pages done, and I will go grab my favourite. So my favourite page of the year was from Mythomorphia, the Gnome Mushroom Forest. Spent so much time colouring this, and I think when you do spend a lot of time, you tend to love it a little bit more. At least I found that, and something about having a double page spread done is very satisfying and rewarding. And yeah, just my favourite from the month. But do let me know in the comments below which page that I coloured was your favourite of the month. Does it differ from mine? Is it the same one? I'd love to know. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye everyone.